Well, we're here again, Dad. In our grove, just you and me. For old time's sake, I guess. I have something to tell you, and it's important, so you need to listen. Mom and Mom is... I just can't come back here anymore. Oh, who am I kidding?
Kate? Kate, are you out here?
Over here, Jamie.
Your mother figured I might find you here. You weren't at band practice and someone said you turned in all your books to your teachers. Your mother said you're moving. Are you moving?
My mother is moving us back to Texas to be closer to her side of the family.
Oh. You didn't tell me.
No.
Well, why not?
Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? We've been best friends for a long time.
A long time? What has it been, 3 years, maybe? I mean, really, Jamie, you'd think you'd be used to it by now. We live on a military base. People move all the time.
Move all the time. Moving.
Always moving.
Maybe people do move all the time, but at least they tell people when they're leaving. Why didn't you tell me?
Because I didn't want you to hurt. You and I know what it's like when people go away.
Go away.
Gone.
Lost.
Going away.
Away.
It's just not something you forget, people who leave. People who... It's like this whisper in the back of your mind. They're always there.
Oh, come on, Kate. It's not like that. It's not like you're going to war. I mean, you might be moving across the country, but you're not gonna be, you know what I mean?
Shot at? Killed? Well, it is Texas. You know, he was from Texas. I mean, my mom. His first assignment was at Fort Hood. We lived on the base there when I was little.
You're talking about your dad, right?
It's funny, my mom always talks about going to Texas to be closer to her side of the family, but we'll be closer to my dad's too.
Has it gotten any better at your grandparents' house?
No. His military portrait hangs on the wall, right in the middle of the living room, where everyone can see. And they all look at my brother like he's this living ghost of my dad. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me feel queasy. It's like their entire house is filled with the whisper of a memory.
Dad.
Father.
Papa, Daddy,
Abba.
Pop.
It's like something that needs to be said, gotten out in the open, but nobody wants to talk about it.
Shh! Did that camp help? The one with the other kids who lost someone? I mean, I know you don't get over it really ever, but did it at least help?
I don't know, Jamie. I really don't know. Sometimes I think of those other kids, and I know it's good not to be alone. We all remember that day clearly.
That day is seared into my mind. It was a Monday, August 4th, 2009. There was a sale at the mall, so my mom and I had gone shopping to get school supplies and new clothes. 6th grade. I was so excited to finally start middle school. I couldn't wait to write my dad and tell him everything. Everything.
Tell him. Tell him everything.
But as we turned onto our road, there was a car we didn't recognize in our driveway, and as we got closer, 2 men in army uniforms stepped out. In my heart, I knew. I don't know how, no one told me how it would be, but I knew. No! I remember when they told my mom and how they asked her to send me to another room. So I sat there praying and praying and praying. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe God could fix things, you know, like in the movies. Turn back time and make it all turn out to be some terrible dream.
Everything is different. It will never be the same.
Please, God. Please!
It's been years now, and I know he won't come back. I know God won't fix things, at least not the way I want him to. And sure, I'm fine now. My mom and I are just fine, but I worry sometimes. I remember the day I lost my dad. I can't forget no matter how hard I try, but my father's face, the image of him is blurry now, and sometimes I have to look at pictures. Yeah, there were things we he did, but the details of him are slipping away like fragments of shattered glass. I can't pick them up, but I can't put them back together, and I'm forgetting the details. I can't hear his voice or feel his arms wrapping around me, and I'm forgetting. My name is Jenny Kirkland, and my dad died in Iraq when a roadside bomb exploded and flipped his Humvee. He was 35.
Memories. Slipping away.
Forget.
Forgotten.
Lost.
Gone.
Please, don't let me forget.
All of those stories, they're so similar to mine, just in different ways. Jamie, I don't want to lose you either. I don't want to forget about you. I'm afraid I'll forget my dad's face.
Oh, come on, Kate. We can still be friends. We have Facebook, and I'll write letters.
I don't like writing letters. Letters are stupid.
Well, you're just gonna have to get over that, because I'm gonna write you every day. I promise.
Don't do that. Don't make promises you can't keep.
I can keep it.
My dad couldn't keep his, so don't think that you can keep yours.
I won't do this, Kate. I know that you're hurting, but I'm hurting too, and I'm not just gonna sit here and listen to you be sad. I just want to say goodbye to my best friend.
Goodbye.
Later, Gator.
So long.
Bye. Goodbye.
Gone.
You can do that. It's easy to say goodbye. We're military kids. We do it all the time.
I don't understand sometimes what's happened to you.
No one understands.
It's okay. Really, I'm fine.
She won't understand.
I wish that were true.
It is. Come on, Jamie. It's not like I go around crying and moping all the time. Things are different, I know. And if my dad were here.
The first time I said it, my mom got real mad. She turned away, wouldn't look at us kids.
If Dad were here.
My older brother told me to stop. I didn't understand why. All I'd said is, if Dad were here.
Dad.
Father.
Papa. Daddy.
Abba.
Pop.
I don't even remember how I was going to finish that sentence. There were hundreds of ways I could have. Probably something like, if Dad were here, we would go to he'd take us to the baseball game. I didn't say it to be mean. I said it because it was true. There were hundreds of ways I could have finished that. Like, if Dad were here, we'd go skiing at Christmas like we used to. If Dad were here, I'd know how to pitch a fastball by now. If Dad were here, I'd got that paintball gun for Christmas like he promised. If Dad were here, Mom wouldn't cry all the time. If Dad were here, my older brother could stop acting like my father and just be my older brother again. If my dad were here, my younger brother would have clear memories of him, let alone know him. If my dad were here, I wouldn't feel so lost and alone.
Alone. Forgotten.
Gone.
Lost.
First time I said it, my mom turned away. She got real mad. She slammed her hands on the table and told me to stop. Just stop it. Stop what? Stop remembering? Stop imagining how things can be different? I can't stop! But maybe I just can't use those exact words. If Dad were here. If Dad were here, I wouldn't have to say it. My name is Jason Peterson. My dad was killed by hostile fire in an IED attack in Afghanistan. He was 39.
If Dad were here.
Daddy.
They took him to a medical center in Fort St. Houston, where he lived for 3 more days. At least I got to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Later, Gator.
So long.
Bye. Goodbye.
Gone.
If my dad were here, I know things would be better. But I'm really not that different. I haven't changed.
You don't write letters anymore.
What?
You don't. Said so yourself. Well, you know what? I've got a whole collection of letters that you gave to me. We passed them back and forth in the hallway in 6th grade. Remember?
Yeah, you're the only one that would pass notes with me. Everyone else just wanted to text.
Yeah, I was a bad influence. And you were funny, too. You had a crush on Dustin Sanders?
Oh, you!
You did. And you wrote all that stuff about his hair and his eyes and how you wanted me to talk to him for you. And then Miss Grady caught you writing during class and took the letter from you.
I was so embarrassed.
Why? It's not like she read it to the class or anything.
No, but she gave me that extra writing assignment and detention, and then she told my mom. And when my mom told my
Dad.
Father.
Papa, Daddy,
Abba.
Pop.
it's okay. You can tell me.
She won't understand.
No
one understands.
Camping. That's definitely what I miss most. I mean, it's not like I can go with my mom or my sisters. I mean, girls, they need their makeup and hairbrushes and stuff. I mean, my sister won't even come out of her bathroom in the morning unless she has her face on. Like, what does that mean? And my mom says we wouldn't eat if it wasn't for our microwave. I mean, you need to, like, build a fire and cook hot dogs and marshmallows and stuff. And you need to drink the orange juice straight out of the carton. You know, man stuff. Yeah, it's definitely camping that I miss most.
Camping.
But playing baseball too,
Tossing a football.
Tree houses.
and Boy Scouts.
The big game.
Just hanging out. Being there.
One time, my dad and I went to Utah over spring break. We hiked Bell Canyon to this one waterfall. He took a picture of me next to it, and then I took one of him. I wish there was another hiker there that day, because I'd give anything to be in that photo with him. Eventually, I cut him out and I stitched them back together. I think it looks okay. Don't you?
Yeah, man.
It looks fine. Really fine.
I'm fine.
Everything's fine.
My mom sent me camping with this one guy. She wanted to be my father figure. Like, what the heck does that mean? People are supposed to have their real dads, not some figure. It reminds me of going to the store and buying an action figure. It's just not the real thing. Anyway, it was terrible. He made me drink so much water, I thought I was gonna drown. And he couldn't hike half a mile without needing to stop and rest. And when we got to this one ledge, he pulled me back away from it and told me I was standing too close. What a win. I would have been better off camping with my fairy princess of a sister. He just didn't understand camping. Not like my dad did. My name is Dane Jefferson. My dad died while he was eating dinner at camp with his men. A sniper got him. Bullet came in here, and came out here. He was 38.
Camping.
Dad.
Hiking.
Father.
Waterfalls.
Papa.
Trails.
Daddy.
Tents.
Abba.
Pop.
Memories.
Maybe someday I'll take my son camping like my dad took me. Maybe someday.
My mom told my dad about that stupid letter I wrote, and how to crush on a boy for the first time. He laughed. He pretended to be angry, but even on the webcam I could tell he was trying not to crack a smile. It's a good memory, a happy one, but I still don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about it because
It's okay. You just need more time.
Time heals.
You'll get better in time.
It'll be okay.
Everything will get better.
yeah, that's what everybody thinks.
I'm sick of it! I'm really sick of it! I'm so tired of crying! I think I could scream. I think it'd be better if I could scream!
Scream. Not happening.
Yeah.
It's a bad dream.
Anger.
Leave me alone. Scream.
But I can't scream. I mean, everybody expects me to be okay now. It's been months and soon I know it'll be years. They keep saying that time heals. That I'll get past it. That I'll be able to remember him and smile and laugh like I used to at the memories. But you know what? I don't want to smile. I don't want to laugh. I don't even want to cry. I want to scream. My name is Marie Connor. My dad died in Iraq in a place called Fallujah. They attracted insurgents into a mosque where he was a refugee. He was 40 years old. Daddy, why did you go back?
Why go back? Why?
I said, don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Everybody thinks that it's supposed to be better in a few months or years or whatever. But really, Jamie, this hurt doesn't ever go away. And everybody looks at you like you're damaged. You can't move on, so you must be damaged in some way. Hurt forever. Even you see me differently now. You think of me differently.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You look at me like I'm going to burst into tears at any moment.
Tears.
Cry.
It's okay to cry.
Let it out.
Boys cry too.
It's okay. Hugs.
Kisses.
Cry. Well, you do cry a lot more now.
And you don't have as much fun around me as you used to. We used to laugh a lot more.
Well, then what do you want me to do then, when you're like this?
Like what?
Like every bad thing that happens to you has to do with your dad, and that everyone around you is passing judgment on you. Even now, you want me to treat you different, but instead of telling me that you're moving, you go and hide in the woods. I can't believe you're, what, not feeling sorry for you anymore? You told me you didn't want me to be. So if you're really fine, then I'm going to tell you how I really feel and hope that you listen. I'm tired of crying too. I'm tired of seeing you hurt so much. I just wish you could be you again.
Meet you again.
You're the same.
Nothing will ever be the same.
Are you waiting for me to apologize?
No.
So you're really moving, huh?
Yes. When my mommy left, I sat in her lap and she told me that I had to be brave. She said that there was a bad man doing bad things. There were people suffering across the ocean, that they didn't have freedom. She had to go help stop him.
Wonder Woman.
Save the day.
Hero.
My dad was my hero. I miss him so much. She was gone for a long time, and I wrote her lots of letters. Some I wrote on the computer, but then she went to a place where there were no computers, and I had to write them all by hand. Seriously? No computers? I don't know how I live without a computer, but my mommy is pretty tough.
Strong.
Mighty.
Hero.
Superwoman.
I got the bad man, and I wrote my mom and told her me and dad were happy because now she could come home. The hero always gets to come home once they get the bad guy, right? Well, she wrote me back and said she had to stay for a few more days, that there were still some more bad guys for her to take care of. I missed her a lot, but I told her it was okay.
It's okay.
It'll all be okay.
Everything's fine.
We're doing just fine.
3 days ago, me and my dad found out that my mommy's coming home. She's coming home on an airplane with a full military escort, just like a hero.
Strong.
Mighty.
Hero.
Wonder Woman.
They're going to bury her in a special place, and my dad says I'll have to dress real nice to go and see her. My name is Hayden Rafe. My mom died in Afghanistan while her unit was ambushed on a supply run. She escaped, but she went back to help a soldier who was stuck in his truck. She was shot 5 times. She was 29 years old, and they gave her a Bronze Star.
A medal.
Hero.
Superwoman.
She was a hero.
They gave her a Bronze Star. My mom was my hero.
Mommy!
I drew this picture for my mom. Do you think she'll like it? I don't want to leave, Jamie. I really don't, but I can see why my mom wants to. I can understand it.
To Texas. Be close to family, huh?
Yeah, that's what she says. That's what she's told everybody.
So what is it really?
It's like you said, it's my dad. Everything's related to him. Everyone here knows.
Look at her.
Soldier's daughter.
Killed.
Crying.
Killed in action.
Tears.
Killed in combat.
Shh! They look at us differently, and then we act differently. It's as if nobody even sees us anymore. They just see what happened to him.
I never knew your dad.
What?
Never met him. You moved to the base and we hung out, and then he'd come home and I wouldn't see you. Then he'd be gone again and we'd hang out again. I mean, I've seen his picture in your house, but I never met him. Funny, isn't it? I don't think you've met my dad either.
No, I haven't. He's a captain, right?
A major now. He's on his 3rd tour. He's doing really well. Doesn't see any combat.
That's good.
Yeah, maybe when he gets home, we'll be stationed someplace cool, like Germany or something.
That'd be nice.
See, moving's not so bad. You get to learn new languages and cultures and try new things.
And Germany compares to Texas.
Sure, you'll learn Texan and eat lots of Tex-Mex food. Maybe they'll even let you shoot a gun and ride a horse. And I'll move to Germany and I'll send you bratwurst and lederhosen and I'm Berliner.
Howdy, y'all.
So, see, you'll have to write. There'll be lots to tell.
Okay, I guess.
And I'll Skype you. And, I'll write letters too. Maybe not every day, but I'll write.
Maybe letters aren't so bad.
Not at all.
Dear Dad,
Dad.
Father, Papa, Daddy, Abba.
Oh.
Dear Dad, I want to tell you that I made the cheerleading squad. I know that sounds stupid to write that in this letter, but the Army counselor says the little things count.
The little memories matter.
And I know what you would say. Cheerleading, really? Yeah, Dad. I guess I couldn't be your little tomboy forever. I kissed a boy for the first time, too. Shh! Don't tell Mom. She'd freak. Anyways, my cheerleading uniform is blue and gold, and I love cheering at the games. It's okay that we never win. We just keep on cheering. Stronger than steel, harder than the sun, knights won't stop till they get the job done. I wrote that one. I was thinking of you. Oh, I gotta see last quarter. First time. Don't worry, I'll bring it up. I love you, Dad. Say hi to heaven. Heaven.
Forever. Eternal. Peace.
My name is Kelly Mannion. My dad died in Afghanistan. The helicopter he was flying crashed right after takeoff. They still don't know why. He was 41 years old. Why? Questions.
Why him?
Why? Goodbye, Dad. Love, Kelly.
Well, it's getting dark. We'd better head back.
Oh, my mom won't mind.
No, but your dad would. Come on, you can walk me home.
Kate, I'm scared.
Of the dark?
No, I'm scared that what if I go home and there's an officer standing there?
Jamie, don't. Don't think about that unless you have to.
But what if I have to?
Then I'll be there for you. You won't be alone. I've listened to all of your stories, and I think there's a piece, a fragment of the way I feel in each one. Jenny, I'll never forget the day my dad died, and I'm also so scared to forget his face. Jason, there's not a day that goes by that I don't wonder, what if? And Dane, it's those happy, funny moments I'll miss the most, like catching fireflies by the lake, or my dad's arms wrapped around me in a bear hug so tight I felt like I was the safest kid in the world. And Marie, I'd give anything to feel normal again. Eden, I like your drawing. I think your mom will too. My mom and I made a teddy bear out of my dad's old t-shirts. I sleep with it every night. Maybe I can help you make one. Ellie, thank you for sharing your letter. I don't know if I'm ready yet, but I'll write to my dad too. There are things that I need to say, things that I need to tell him before I forget. And my story? Well, I'm moving, and it's all my dad's fault. I didn't tell anyone, not even my best friend. I didn't want her to lose me like I lost my dad. And sometimes I think it's easier to not talk about it, to not talk about anything that hurts us. But now I have to talk. I have to tell people, because if we all remember, then maybe I can heal. Then maybe my dad died for something real, a memory of the cost of war, a memory of the price that we pay for freedom. Dad, Mom and I are moving. We're going to Texas to be closer to Grandma and Grandpa. But I promise that no matter where I go, I won't forget about you. None of us will ever forget. Love you, Dad. I miss you.